Excuse me. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Didn't mean to gag on camera there. It is Monday, April 15th. Exciting day. Good day to be alive today. A little bit cooler temperatures here in Tallahassee, Florida this morning. Big storms yesterday and a little cool out there today. In fact, we're going to throw a jacket on before we get out to work. Right now we are in the middle of the season. I hope everybody is just rocking along. If you're not rocking along, you ought to be rocking along marketing out there. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. So, and I apologize for, if anybody's been trying to get me, I apologize. I had certification classes here at our academy offices on Thursday, Friday, Saturday next week. Whenever I'm in those classes, I don't take calls, really give everybody my time there. So I'm a little bit behind on communications. If there's any urgent business, I will be on that this week. Oh, thank you guys for the birthday wishes. Yes, it is my birthday. I am 49 years old today. I'm officially at the why the hell did I come into this room stage of my life. Got out, and I'm not even on Facebook all that much whenever I have whenever I have these conferences, when I have these training sessions, I really want to dedicate, these folks are paying to come here, and I want to dedicate, all the time that they're due for that. So I don't get on Facebook and look around a lot. And notice there was a couple of little eruptions that happened, which is kind of strange right now. And I'm trying to figure out why. And this is why I titled this thing, strap in, hold on, because I really don't know where this is going, because I've got some thoughts on here and wanted to share them with you guys. But I haven't really thought this out. So sometimes, I go off the rails whenever I do that. I should know better by now, but I don't learn. Don't learn from my own mistakes. I talked to one of my admins last night, and I think there's maybe a couple of things going on. One, either everybody's so busy right now that they're stressed out, or maybe people are just pissed off because they're not busy. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is to that. I know that I can get a little snippy whenever I get overworked, and so maybe that's it. And that's what I hope it is. That would be the best part if people are just kind of venting a little bit. Want to give y'all a couple of not a history lesson. Just my thoughts on some of this stuff that goes on. I keep hearing, this place is just so drama filled. This place is just, oh my God, too much drama, and people are mean to me. And maybe I'm biased, but I tend to think the drama is kind of kept at a minimum here. It's not like we're vendor driven at this place, and go in there and have a really serious moderator presence. There's 4 moderators plus me and Tanya on the SWA Academy site. And, I know there's so many posts that happens here. I don't even get to see, majority of them. My feed doesn't refresh fast enough, and I'm, believe it or not on my my phone all the time, even though it seems like it. But, these guys, it's so filled with drama. It's really not. If you look around at some of the other sites and go to a couple of Windows sites out there, you'll see drama. I've watched Windows guys basically call each other's mother a whore because they don't agree with what kind of squeegee they use. Okay, I might be exaggerating that a little bit, but I don't think we're filled with drama here, but certainly we have our share of it. But I don't think we have any more of a share than other sites out there. We're at 4,000 members now, so there's going to be some disagreements. Now, let's go into the history of this a little bit. So SWA Academy was invited, when I started this, I invited about 100 to 150 people that we looked out and said, because people that know the history or don't know the history, there was a little falling out with another org here in the world. And so in the past, they were unhappy with what was going on. So we started this thing really as just a bulletin board almost on Facebook to get along and talk about things that were going on because we didn't like what was happening over there. So since then, it's grown. If you weren't one of those original 150 members, you've asked to be here, okay? Unlike some of the other places where they go out and say, please join, please join, please join. We don't do that. You have literally asked to be on Spray Wash Academy. If you've done that, and you've even gone in there and asked for, you've answered qualifying questions. So if you don't like being here, feel free. There's an unsubscribe button up there. Feel free to hit it because you asked to be here. Maybe it's not the right fit for you. If you find out it's the right fit, I'll ask if you don't like it. If you want to be part of the fit, we'd love to have you because I think our message is really, really, really good here. Here's a couple of things that I see going on. And I'm going to start with the old guys. Okay, old guys, I love you. And even old guys, hell, I'm going to consider anybody in this business more than 4 years at this point an old guy. I know some of those guys get a little assy sometimes. They may get grumpy, and they want to say, but part of the reason they get grumpy is they see the same question over and over and over again. How do I clean this? How much should I charge? What makes this stain come off? See it all the time, and to the point that it's aggravating, and you feel like people just want to get spoon-fed information. And frankly, for us guys that didn't have the Facebook starting out and spend our time on forums and sitting there, you would get so flamed on some of the old forums, on the old RCIA and the old PWNI and Pressure Tech and, Pressure Tech University and places that we hang out, that if you were a newbie and asking questions, if you didn't go in there and actually really have your research down, you would be berated. You have no idea what's going on, at this point. You really don't. If you think this people being mean to you, and a lot of people, I think that's a change in our culture as well too, because most of these old guys, the OGs, they knew what it was like. They knew what it was like to have somebody berate you and talk to you. And most of us also wouldn't go in there and say, well, I need the answer to this and I need it now. So that's where a lot of these old guys may get a little salty, in their comments. Also, us old guys have started doing things a certain way. And, people got all over Jared Grumblett the other day for making a comment about the guy turbo tipping the concrete. Hey, a lot of y'all don't know Jared because he's not around a lot, because he doesn't like the bullshit and the drama that y'all bring to him. Show some freaking respect, man. He's the one they named the J-Rod after. Think about that. Think about that dude's tenure in this business before everybody wants to pop off at him. I think he's kind of earned a little bit of respect, to be honest. And you know what? I don't disagree with what he said. I don't think a turbo nozzle is necessarily the best way to clean and rinse concrete. There are better ways out there. Now, he's a little gruff in his delivery. I may not have called the guy out like that, but you know what? What you saw on Facebook wasn't what he did personally with that guy. He was actually nice to that guy. I mean, he's really a class act. But out here, he can sit around and bitch and moan a little bit, But he bitches and moans on here, and immediately it's, oh, well, you're bad. Oh, you're bad. Oh, you're a horrible person. It's one of the reasons you see a lot of these old guys just saying, done, screw it. Why even come to these places? Why even share what I have to share? But now also, on the other hand, a lot of us old guys, we can handle criticism with each other. We can actually sit here and say, no, wrong, whatever, yeah, sure. And we can disagree with each other, and we don't take it as a personal affront. So, yeah, old guys can be real critical, and we might be a little bit short with you. But I'll tell you what, new guys, sometimes y'all act like snowflakes, man. Don't be a snowflake. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So, old guys, we be like Elsa. We need to be more like Elsa from Frozen. Let go. Let it go. If there's something we don't agree with, maybe we don't have to sit there and say it every time. God knows. Sometimes I have to bite my tongue. You guys, don't be a snowflake. If somebody disagrees with you, it's not because they're calling you out. I see it all the time. I see these guys go into one forum and then the other forum and the other forum, and they're just looking. They're not looking for the answer. They're looking for justification for their answer. They ask the same question over and over and over again in different forms, and then whenever people tell them that's not the right way, I wouldn't do it like that. I think you're doing it wrong. They go to the other forums and they say, bully and spray wash. They're bullies around here. No, you're unhappy because people aren't going, hey, that's a great idea. I think you should mix hydrofluoric acid and bleach. That's the way to clean it. Way to go, Rusty. That's the problem. There's an old meme out there that says, Dick sees something on the internet that he disagrees with, and he immediately feels like he needs to say something. Don't be a dick. Let's all take that advice along in here. Don't be a dick. Just because it's out there, maybe we all don't have to criticize or say something about it. That goes for new guys, old guys alike. Now, the one thing I will always say something about, if I see something health and safety-wise going along, I'll damn sure say it. If I see where somebody is going to be hurting themselves or putting themselves in imminent danger, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. Here's a great example. Roof tie-offs. Everybody wants to say, people don't even like taking pictures of their crews and actions anymore on roofs. And why? The minute they do, or not their crews, the minute they do, you're going to get that they do right out there going, oh, you're not tied off. Oh, you're not tied off. Oh, you're a horrible person for not tying off. You know what? It's that person's decision if they're tying off or not. If they're the owner of the company, they don't have an employee out there, you know what? Do I recommend you tie off? Absolutely. But if it's that owner up there, you ain't got to tie off. You can go tap dance naked across that roof. OSHA can't say squat to you about it. Now, you put an employee up there, you got a problem. You got a major problem. Should you always practice, roof safety and harness off and tie off? Yeah, I think you should. Do I always? No, I don't. I'll tell you this, though. If you fall off a roof, rack your skull, and wind up, vegetative for the rest of your life, it's going to be real hard to feed your family. And could you imagine the guilt that would come along if that happened to one of your employees? I mean, at least if I did it to myself, I could say, well, it was my family, it was me. But if I sent one of my employees up there and something happened to them, I don't know if I could live with that guilt. But again, people feel somebody puts a picture of them doing a roof up there. Oh, you weren't harnessed off. Oh, you were. Screw it. Why should I even put a picture? Why should I even discuss race? Because I'm just going to get a bunch of people wanting to talk shit about me. Like my chickens out in the barnyard, you know? Just always got to be clucking about things. So, you know what? Stop that. Facebook is awesome. It's absolutely incredible. We ought to be having fun out here. We ought to be helping people out here. But instead, we want to sit there and use it. Have we really grown in society? Is this where the internet has just taken our soul away from us? Has Facebook taken our soul away? Because even though y'all see me doing this, but we can hide behind a thing and just type on this keyboard our responses? Because I guarantee you, most of you guys wouldn't run your damn mouth to the person you were talking to if you were looking at them in the eye to eye. Because you get popped in the mouth. Take that smarmy little smart ass attitude, say that shit to me, we're going to have words. You know. But people get huge cojones sitting behind this keyboard right here. You know what? If you're on this keyboard, act just like you're in front of somebody, you know? Why should this internet Wi-Fi separation of shit between us all get in there to a point to where we have to change our personality? Why shouldn't we treat people just the same here as we do face to face? What gives you this right to be a keyboard warrior, but you're not that way in public? You know? We see these dumbass prank shows and stuff where people behave badly on the internet, and I think it transfers over, you know? I know most of the 40-year-olds plus aren't like that, late 30s, and I see it really a lot. You know, the attitude happened early, a lot with the under 35 crowd up there. And no offense at all, because I'm not making a blanket statement. You're not all like that. But just remember, you're talking to real people. You're trying to get information from me. You're trying to get information from some of the old guys. Hell, you're trying to get information from new guys that are going from the same thing. But then you run around and you don't want the information that's given to you, so you whine and complain. They hurt my feelings. But you know what's even worse is whenever you become an active member over here at SWA Wash Academy, and you go to other places and whine about it. Get off my site. Seriously, get off my forum if that's the person you are. Don't want you. You asked to be here. We didn't ask you. All right, so, guys, my advice for the day, be like Elsa from Frozen. If you don't have kids, don't have grandkids, that may not mean as much to you. Let it go, let it go, let it go. We don't have to say something about everything. New guys, don't be a snowflake. Because somebody doesn't sit there and just agree with you doesn't mean they're picking on you. They're not cyberbullying you. Sometimes we can disagree. But I'll tell you what, we ought to disagree in a very professional, respectful manner. One of the problems, though, with the internet that we run into is that sometimes we lose the inflection. Because I can tell somebody, go screw yourself, like that, and they know that I'm kidding. Now, you know, how do words, yeah, I know my age, Andrew. Sometimes the words don't have the vocal inflection that we might mean to have, so we misunderstand people, you know? Because there's a big difference of, go screw yourself, and go screw yourself. Go screw yourself. Go screw yourself. See what I did there? But whenever you got just stuff scrolling along line, you don't necessarily pick up that that nonverbal communication and the vocal inflections on that. So maybe be careful of what you type, you know? I've always said before you're about to flame somebody out, you know, type it out and read it 3 or 4 times before you ever hit send. Give yourself a minute before you actually hit send. And I still agree with, why in the hell would you argue with people who you can delete out of your life with a click of a mouse? Don't. Life's not worth it. Instead of arguing on Facebook, go out and build your business. There's a lot of business out there, you know, and that's one of the awesome things that help. See, I'm not a zero-sum guy. I'm not a, you know, if the pie is that big and you take that much of the pie, it only leaves this much of the pie left for me. I'm mixing up hands. This much and this much. If you have this much, I have this much. I truly believe that the more people are exposed to cleaning, the more we make cleaning realization for people out there in the area. What happens? The pie actually does this. Everybody's pieces get bigger. The pie is infinite on how big the pie can expand. It's not a zero-sum game out there. Oh, Jamie, you do an awesome job too. I love me some pressure washing motivation, Jamie Schmidt. Good guy. Gene O'Neill, my buddy. Gene, SH. I think it's called Salt Heat is SH. I'm not quite sure. Salt Heat. Yeah, Andrew, I am 49 years old. This will be my last year in my 40s. Let's see if I can lose all my hair before 50. Anyway, you know, guys, I hope you guys have an awesome morning. I am very blessed to have you guys in my life. Well, most of you guys. I'm very blessed to have you. Number 374. You're kind of a pain in my ass. But most of you guys, I'm very, very blessed to have in my life. You know, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm very thankful. It's one of the best birthday presents, you know, I can have is people like you in my life. And I appreciate Spray Wash Academy. I appreciate the members of Spray Wash Pro. And you guys wash on. That is my birthday wish to you today. Get out there and wash on. Have a rocking Monday. Thanks for listening to my rant. Bye-bye.